It's the Slam Dunk.
Now, who's got a problem with these scumbag, low-life thieves who are now so arrogant, so entitled, and so aware that they won't get stopped or caught that these clowns now simply meander out of these supermarkets carrying hundreds and hundreds of dollars of stolen goods, stolen groceries every time, and no one can do anything about it. Why not? There may be a security guard on the job at the front door, but they appear to be doing the job of a statue. Statue, bro. As they don't move, they just stand there as the supermarket is literally getting hit with another daylight robbery. And they stand there. What's the point? These people are walking this stuff out the front door ever so casually. They may disguise themselves every now and then, but they usually don't, because no one's going to get them. What's the point of an old security guard standing there, becoming as bored as the polar bear from Auckland Zoo in the 1980s, and doing nothing? I mean, that polar bear moves side to side, the thief walks down the middle and out to freedom. Bang! At least make an attempt to grab the groceries. Sadly, I believe that these are organised crime groups doing this, not starving locals. This is a highly sophisticated planned sting on these supermarkets. One person may do 8 supermarkets a day. To order, that's what they do. And they may steal $1,600 worth of supermarket groceries a day. There may be 8 in their little gang doing it daily. It could be $10,000 worth of stolen groceries per day. $70,000 of groceries a week from a group of 8 thieves. This is what they're doing. And we're allowing this to happen. We enable this stuff. No wonder prices are so high, because cost recovery is simply passed on to the consumer. That's us. We have made this so damn easy, as supermarkets don't want their staff injured, fair enough, so there's no threat to the shoplifter. They they know this stuff now. They know they'll get away with it. And the police with us, sorry, they're too busy. They can't get there. We can't continue to accept this new low as something that is our new normal. The robbers, the thieves, they know this stuff. They walk in there, walk out. Over the past week, I've witnessed 2 robberies play out in front of me. One guy with hordes of fish and meat just quietly slips out the supermarket in Ponsonby, and as the staff realise, they all rush towards him, and they stop. They can't do a thing. He tells them all to get fucked, saying he's paid for it, and he paid for it, he said. I paid for it. Now, I was with my son. We jumped in the car. We tried to follow this guy, but we lost him down an alleyway on Ponsonby Road. The other was last night at Point Chef. There's a woman just cleaned out all the chocolates, all the Whitakers actually, trolley full of stuff, and walked out. People barely flinched. They couldn't do anything. She got away with it. Who are these people? Life's total deluded scum. They're not hungry. This is rob to order. Late last year, you may recall Todd Scott, the NBR publisher, saw a guy pinching stuff in the city supermarket. He tackled him to the ground, only to be told by the police, "Sorry, can't get there, let him go." Now, how dodgy and dangerous is that? Sorry, let the big guy go. I know you're sitting on him, but anyway, people have to run businesses. If they get ripped off, they just pass on the cost to us. This sort of theft at this scale or on this scale just adds to the price hikes for all of us, but worse, it sets a horribly low standard for a society where the message is stealing's not okay, but yeah, if you do it, we won't do anything about it. So what has National done about it? Because they came to office talking to big game around crime, didn't they? They continue to observe the robberies like a security guard. But despite all their hype and talk, they've done nothing. All we've had is some fluff lines from Mark Mitchell about training 500 cops in 3 years, when apparently it's going to be 2 years. Whoop-dee. Imagine the robberies by then. The thieves are laughing still, and so much for National's get tough on crime approach. This is retail crime. It's visible, it's entitled, and it's in our faces. And what's National done? Nothing. Luxon always talks about wanting to see outcomes for communities and businesses, but talk is cheap, Mr. Luxon, and action is harder, and in this case, going soft hasn't worked at all, has it? So going hard-ass now is probably the only option. So where are you? Other countries would make mincemeat of these guys, and we've got to start throwing resistance their way, surely. My idea may be a bit nutty, but here goes. I mean, ditch the security guards, replace them with members of the local boxing club, the Thai kickboxing club, and the local rugby league club. 2 to a supermarket. They get paid, and the rest goes into team funds for the year ahead, so it's like a fundraiser. Their mandate is to do what needs to be done, to hold these scumbags until the cops show up. Just hold them. Just keep them there. Make them sweat and make them know that if you do this, then our tough guys at the door will do something about it. And then anything goes. Just the mere presence will make them think twice, I reckon. But right now it's a free-for-all, and we're enabling it, and we're allowing it, and it's poor.